I must say that not much has changed, but only to say that the statement the Electoral Commission issued post the demonstration sounded more acceptable than their previous posturing. You don't have a commission that has created so many problems to come and tell us that we should trust them in solving the problems that they have created. Here we had a commission that was telling us that they, as a commission, organized a register of voters and had plants and animals in there and used it to conduct an election.
But they've rectified that.
And
they've explained why that was the example was given.
They said they had a register with plants and animals in the Electoral Commission. This Electoral Commission. Bossman Asare and his people, Electoral Commission. You see, they say they have a register with plants and animals in there. And that because we didn't see those plants, even when they saw it, they used it to conduct an election.
Of course, that's not what.
And but that's what they are telling us.
Kofi Adams, you know that's not what.
That's what they are telling us.
We all watched that press conference.
I'm saying that
reported extensively on
that is what they are telling us. That they had a register. They had a register with plants and animals in there. And the person who was speaking at that time was the director of Electoral Services. And when it comes to being director of Electoral, you are so much involved. I've been involved in elections a lot, from the very basic level at districts through region to national. I've been involved even till now when the Electoral Commission comes to Parliament to engage even at the committees level. I am involved. Even when they are engaging leadership always, they call me in. So I've been involved in their activity and I know what it is that I'm talking about. You see, there are processes that this Electoral Commission, especially this one, have told us stories that have turned out not to be correct and not to be approved and not backed by any science or any evidence. For example, when we were going to conduct the limited registration in 2023, the first one before just the recent one, they told us, first, they were pushing through Parliament a CI that suggested that, Ghanaians who qualify to register all have Ghana cards. And that they were going to push through a CI that says only Ghanaians with a Ghana card could register. Finally, when we went for that limited voter registration exercise, over 65% of persons who turned up to register happened not to possess Ghana card. So the Electoral Commission, per the constitutional provision that says they must expand access to persons to register, we're trying to limit this access by sponsoring such a CI when there was no such evidence to suggest them. Recently, we went again for this limited registration. Again, a very huge percentage of Ghanaians who turn up to register actually didn't have Ghana card. So if you trust
through the process to also acquire at any point.
You said?
And we're not going through the process.
Some had gone through, but it has not been issued.
Exactly. But they had started the process.
Some have started the process, the printing hasn't happened, and the issuance has not happened. So the Electoral Commission, not having all this, could not be sitting in the comfort of their rooms to be making laws that would have stopped persons.
So let's fast forward to the foreign secretary.
Fast forward. Now you decide, first and foremost, you indicated per your timelines that after the registration, you provide the provisional voter register to political parties. The NDC, as usual of us, presented our hard drive. First date was not met. We reminded them. Second date, they didn't meet it. Third date, they didn't meet it. Their own date, the Friday, they promised that they were going to do it again. After failing 2 previous dates, they failed it. Then, midday on the 19th, when exhibition was to commence on the 20th, they called us and handed us our hard drive with the provisional voter register.
At a later date.
At a later date.
Okay.
Few hours to commencement of the exhibition. The surprising thing was that, MFA, to cut a long story, was that the register they gave us that we printed out or analyzed from the 19th August hard drive they gave us, in some of the polling stations and in constituencies was different from what Electoral Commission itself sent to the ground.
Mm. And the attention was drawn to this.
What they gave us on the 19th as a register to be exhibited was different from what they took to the ground when we compared. And it was part of the issues that were raised with the Electoral Commission when we requested for a meeting with them.
Okay.
That was one.
What was
issue.
their response?
Well, he's here. He will
tell me what their response was.
Then let me lay out all the issues.
Because
then
we don't have all the time.
Well, I know you do not have all the time. That's why I want to go to the other important issue. You see, the Electoral Commission lumped up transfers they did in 2020 with what they have done also in 2024 and pushed everything as transfers for 2024 election. This is a major whether it is error, whether it was intentional. Then the worst part was where persons who did not present themselves to be transferred to the polling stations, and they have been moved from one constituency to another constituency, even in a different region.
How many constituencies did you find that in? Well,
so far we have found about 3 of such cases.
But which constituencies, please?
Which is the difficulty. I think Tamale South was affected, Tolon was affected, and then Pusiga was affected. Then you also have a number of polling stations and constituencies, especially in the central region. And you do know that we've had history of parliamentary elections being declared with 3 votes difference. Tema East, there was an MP who went to parliament. We were calling him MP3 because he entered parliament with a vote difference of 3. Okre, late Fuzitobe, lost that seat by 9 votes in the year 2000. He lost that seat by 9 votes. So we've had instances where persons have entered parliament with a difference of a single vote, a single digit difference.
Yeah.
3, we've had 9. We've had 20, we've had 30, and so on and so forth. We've had 40.
The reason why you're raising these concerns.
So we are raising the concerns.
Let me take you back to that meeting you had with the Electoral Commission. They asked for some evidence. At least at that meeting, Pusiga had come up, and then they said he had rectified it and asked for evidence.
And I'm saying that the rectification.
Let me please ask the questions. Have you provided that evidence to the Electoral Commission?
Which evidence?
They were asking for
evidence. The Electoral Commission itself have admitted those things. So what evidence are you asking us when you are admitting that it happened? Mr.
Kofi, please indulge me. In that meeting or after that meeting, we know that the Electoral Commission asked the NDC to help them provide the evidence that you have of these anomaly in the number of constituencies. Is MFA. I'm asking, MFA. Have you provided that evidence as a party? Has that happened?
We raised the issue of Pusiga. The first response from the Electoral Commission was to refuse to deny such an occurrence. But later, they admitted that it happened. But the admission is that some low officer somewhere did that. And that is why it calls to the need to audit the system.
You have still not answered the question, Mr. Please answer the question and let's move on.
What evidence were you asking us to provide again? What evidence did you want us to provide?
Because you said it was widespread and not just.
And I'm saying that.
Now you're giving me Tamale South.
How will you know?
And I'm saying that evidence they're asking for.
The only way is to audit the system.
Mr. Kofi Adams, you're asking for a forensic audit and not an audit as stipulated in the CI.
The problem I have with your line of questioning is that you behave as if we should go around and look for all the full evidence before an action be taken to correct a wrong that has been identified.
My line
if
of
you have been able, if you have been able to identify a wrong
the agreement
that has
you had
happened,
with the Electoral Commission,
we did not have any agreement with them.
Did you not say
we did not have that agreement with them?
Okay.
We told them we are prepared to collaborate with them, but we are requesting for an audit.
What's the level of that collaboration?
I'm saying that our request is that there should be an audit, an independent body be brought in with the presence of political parties for auditing to be done. We should do a forensic audit of the system. We should also audit the voter activities, and we should also re-exhibit so that persons with the kind of awareness that has been created now, persons will be much more interested today to go and check their names than it happened. Okay. Don't forget that the exhibition, the Electoral Commission themselves admit that the turnout was so low, so low, so a lot of persons didn't even go. So we can be talking about many other things that will be in there, but with the discussions that have happened, I am sure if there is a re-exhibition today, much more persons will be interested.
Okay.
So people should not be calling on the NDC that the NDC should now go and do the work.
Of course, that's not been the only call.
But I'm saying that there were a number of them.
The EC should, collaborate with you. But let's
not just with us.
Yes, of course.
You see, the issue of the sanctity, of the voter register.
To take views from others.
I know that you take the view because you did not allow me to go through all the points that.
Through all the issues.
No, you were insisting about we giving Electoral Commission our evidence.
I can't allow you to just go on and on without asking me questions. Let's not allow what happened at the balloting yesterday to happen.
We did not agree, but you said we agreed with them that we were going to give them our evidence. We never had any such agreement with the Electoral Commission.
Thank you.
So don't say we agree with them and we backed out.
There was no point that you said you were going to provide evidence.
I'm saying that we never said so. They were the ones that were asking and we said, no, we can't trust you. These are our three issues that we have laid out. These are the processes we think the wrongs could be corrected.
Well, that's a different view you're giving us today out of those who also attended that particular meeting.
That they agreed that they will provide those things.
You're not going to allow others to speak.
Here.
Of course.
He will tell you whether we agreed with them.
So let's allow that to happen. Let's speak. Let's hear from others, please.
Thank you. So you are putting words in our people and me. And that should not happen.
Really?
I won't sit here for that to happen.
Let's take other views at this point. Dr. Jamna,